Hello, welcome to another episode of Standing in Truth. I'm your host, Gary Michael Tuttle. I'd like to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, whenever you get a chance to see this. Um, the show is going to pertain to awakening, ascension, and connecting into the whole. And by that, I mean the unconditional love that we all have for all beings in this universe. I would like to start out with a little bit of an exercise here. Um, let's all take a deep breath in through our nose, fill our belly, chest, and shoulders, and hold it. And we'll just kind of go from there. Exhale fully, purging all the air from our body. Another deep breath in our nose. Hold. And exhale through our mouth, purging all the air. On this breath, if you can, try to imagine a white, blue light coming from nowhere, coming from all around, directly down through the center of you, directly into the center of the earth, grounding you. Inhale, breathe in the light. And as you exhale, imagine all negativity leaving your body. And again, as we inhale, breathe in the light. And just imagine that cord, a stronger connection, brighter and brighter on each inhale. And as we exhale, we're exhaling all the negativity and darkness from every cell of our being. Exhale. Now on this breath, on this inhale, I'd like you to imagine as we inhale, all of our chakras are lit with the white blue light, completely open to receive any and all things that are for our highest and greatest good. As we exhale, any negativity, that feels really good in this now moment. I feel truly connected. I would like to thank everyone for joining me on this adventure. Um, I after last night's episode, I was led to write a couple of songs, and I think I'm going to at least read them out tonight and share them with everyone. That seems to be heavily on me today. In the spirit of standing in truth, I'm going to face my fears and at least allow you the opportunity to hear the lyrics, if nothing else. I don't know if I will sing, but I will. I'll get my notebook out and I'll read them. Right now, I would like to pull from the Dragon Oracle deck. I love this deck. This deck is proven to be quite powerful in the past months that I've owned it. And if you know me, you know that I don't draw cards. The cards come to me. They tell me what needs to be heard. I don't put any effort or any. I don't try to claim any ability here. And two cards just came out of the deck, so let's see what they are. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Talk about powerful. So the first one is the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon. And the royal blue and gold dragon strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. Glorious fifth dimension. No, that's not it. I almost read the wrong one. My bad. Okay. Royal blue and gold dragon. Royal blue and gold are the colors of majesty, dignity, and illuminated achievement. Royal blue and gold dragons carry these qualities and prompt us to stand in our magnificent and true power. These fifth dimensional dragons come to us when they see royal blue and gold in our aura, indicating that we hold wisdom with power and perfect balance, which has been earned from our connections with the golden era of it. We may have been incarnate or in spirit at that time, but we were living or serving on a higher path. The dragons will swirl around us, reminding us who we truly are, and breathing light into our energy fields to reawaken our ancient gifts and talents so that we can utilize them once more in service. They will re energize our cloak of power and wisdom so that we can wear it with pride. A royal blue and gold dragon is lighting up the gifts and talents you carry in your aura. It is breathing courage, support, and dignity into you so that you can wear your cloak of power and wisdom with pride. Most important of all, it is awakening you to who you truly are. It is enabling you to radiate your special light. This dragon is always with you. It holds your sword of truth, so Archangel Michael can enable you to speak and act with truth and honor at all times. It roars at those who try to diminish you and befriends those who empower you. You have all the support you need to teach divine majesty by example. The next card that well, the next card that came out of the deck that jumped out with that one is the pure white dragon from Orion. Another very powerful card. The pure white dragon from Orion transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Orion is the planet of wisdom, the ability to take the knowledge we obtain through our left brain and use it joyfully for the highest good of all. Beings from many star systems take their understanding to Orion to ask how to use it with wisdom. All the beings from Orion, including the seventh dimension of pure white dragons, carry a special light in their soul. The color white indicates purity, clarity, and advanced enlightenment. Archangel Gabriel, unicorns, and the Great White Brotherhood all hold this incredible level of purity. Source light is diamond white, as white holds the vibration of truth. When the pure white dragons from Orion shower it onto us, it lights up our own impeccable honor and brilliance. They are preparing us for greater advancement on our ascension path. A pure white dragon of Orion has come to you today to advise you to examine what you know and enlighten with enlightened eyes. Process any information you are working with through your right brain to discover how to use it for the highest good. The high frequency dragons from Orion will be with you to help you with this process. They will allow you to advance your spiritual growth and expand your wings of light. When you hold white in your aura, people trust and respect you. This card calls on us to speak your truth. Act with honesty and be totally honorable in all your dealings. What a powerful message. Two beautiful cards. Both of them, I mean, both of these cards are representing exactly what this show is, standing in truth, being fully in our power, and being aligned with our true selves. And not only being aligned, but acting with the dignity and the wisdom to know, um, uh, for me, know when to hold my tongue, and know when to speak, not just when to speak, but how to speak with compassion, but also standing in that integrity of knowing exactly who I am and why I'm here. And that is to be an anchor of light. That is who I am and what I'm going to do and what I'm going to continue to do. And as I grow in my abilities and on this path, I'm going to continue to bring forth the show, Standing in Truth, and share uh, whatever wisdom is allowed for me to have to the best of my ability. And so, once again, I absolutely love these this Dragon Oracle deck. I'm being drawn to pull from the Fairy Tarot deck really quick. But once again, for the collective, this is not for myself. This is for everyone. And these cards are just absolutely beautifully done. I love the stock. I love the edges, silver edge. You can just see how the light just shimmers off of that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And this is what the cards actually look like. They're just absolutely beautiful. Um, and once again, I was drawn to this deck. I was actually about to choose another deck, and when my hand went to grab the other deck, this deck slid over, so I knew that this was the one that I was supposed to have. So the intent here is to draw cards for the collective, and I will read whatever comes forth. And if so drawn, I will give an interpretation, not only the description from the book, but of the card itself. Um, there's lots of cards trying to fly out, so they're definitely ready to speak to us. Let me just make sure I've got a handle on the cards before they have a tendency to go flying. There's a lot of good, high vibrational energy in the cards tonight. They definitely want to be heard. So, in saying that, let's see what comes forth real quick.
Hey, Gary. How's it going, man?
How you doing, brother? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Tracy also is here with us. I really, truly appreciate your vlog that you did today, brother. That was quite powerful. I enjoyed that immensely. Thank you for doing that. There's our cards. There's our cards. So I'm just gonna shuffle just a couple more times and see if anything else jumps out. Doesn't seem to be anything. Well, maybe. Just keep going just for a second. And at this time, it doesn't really seem to have anything else. So let's get right to it, shall we? We had two cards jump out of the deck on us tonight. So the first one, or the top card that jumped out, is the balance card. You get a look at that real quick so you can see what's going on. It is card number 14 in the deck. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. So let's read the description. Now is the time to be open to compromise and cooperation with others. The perfect resolution is one in which each person's input is taken into consideration and blended into a win-win that everyone can feel good about. It's time to pause, take a few deep breaths, or even go for a quiet walk with the fairies in nature. Ask them to remove any anxieties you're experiencing so that you can return to a place of peace. This time of reflection can help you become aware of the new and creative solutions. Be open to unique ideas that can be mixed together to bring about unanticipated and exciting results. Our fairy stands before the mighty lion at the mouth of Chalice Well. Blood red iron ore in the water represents the feminine energy, while the white water represents the masculine force. Together they are collected into the chalice and symbolize the balance of the male and female strengths within each of us. The two energies are equally important for creation, health, success, and happiness. Additional meanings of this card are moderation and self-restraint, merging viewpoints to create a superior opportunity, taking your time and not rushing, reaction that's appropriate to the situation. So to me, that truly does speak to kind of what Tracy and I were talking about earlier. This show, for me, Standing in Truth, is about coming together as equals, all connected in unconditional love. And it's also about being able to help those who are just becoming connected or awakened, or however you want to say it, into this path of ascension, to welcome them with open arms, welcome them with unconditional love, and be a beacon of light that you all can come back to for support, and a place of trust, and a place of knowing that you're um, completely protected and completely surrounded in love, no matter where you are, what you're doing, what part of the world you're in, what your background is, um, what you hold to be your own truths. Um, there's nothing there's nothing out of bounds here, and just know that we're always going to bring it back into the truth of the situation and unconditional love and light for all. Um, and so that leads me into the next card, which is Chariot. Trying to make sure there's no reflection and everybody can kind of see the card. Absolutely beautiful imagery on these cards. It's one of the reasons why I love this deck so much. So the Chariot represents success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, and being in the spotlight. And the description reads, "You have done great work so far. However, you undoubtedly still have many priorities that you are balancing at this time. You may be called upon to keep control of more than one driving force at a time. Stay centered, strong, and determined. Remain steadfast in your sense of purpose, and don't allow other influences to steer you off course. You can accomplish far more than you realize. It's your moment to step in the spotlight. Drawing attention to yourself or your work can sometimes feel awkward, but it's absolutely essential at this time. Be genuine and optimistic in your interactions with people and the public. Your excitement for your goals will shine through, and your confidence will increase." The charioteer leads a team of two dragonflies. These magical creatures have the ability to go in any direction and at amazing speeds. The fact that our charioteer is able to keep the dragonflies under control and headed in the right direction is a testament to her determination and skill. Additional meanings of the card: self-control, victory, celebrating what you have achieved, accomplishing your dreams, modes of transportation, and work-related travel. For me personally, this card just um, reiterates that what we're doing right now, right here, right now, is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. I cannot stress enough how much I am drawn to do these on a daily basis and share this unconditional love that I have for all beings with everyone. Um, and I noticed that Brother Phil had to check out, but Tracy is back with us. And so I'm going to unmute and let everybody, everybody, Tracy, let Tracy say whatever she's got to say. I'm really glad that you're able to be here. It means a lot to me to have the love and support that you're always there no matter what. And I just, I'm so thankful. I'm just so grateful that I have so many wonderful people in my corner like you. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah, we do have a beautiful circle. And I hope it continues to grow because everyone's got so much to offer. Everyone's got their own gifts and talents and ideas and compassion and passion and, elemental energies. So together, we are just so powerful. I mean, we're powerful beings by ourselves, but when we put those energies together and, create this huge tower of light that is unshakable, in the most scariest but exciting times of our life. Like, this is our time to come together. I was just telling somebody the other day that I remember in the 90s, I remember like getting so psyched up, like understanding, like, this is my purpose, this is me coming into this world. I want to, like, just the whole end times and the transcendence of the earth. And I'm like, this is what I'm excited about. And that was in the 90s. And I was like, they were talking about after the year 2000, like 2020 and 2021. And I was like, okay, I got a good 20 years to just chill, but prepare myself. And from that point on, it's like you just go through those stages of your awakening. And it's like, oh my God, it's here. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was last week. I was sitting in my living room with my kids in diapers, just thinking, what's the world going to be like for them when they're adults? And now they're almost there. And it's go time. It's like we're experiencing things on unprecedented levels of events that we've never even imagined. Like, we could not have made up this whole coronavirus thing. And is it a virus? Is it not? Is it, is it a cover? Is it really another, is it just taking out the darkness, but so not to shock the world in the process? It's like, but it doesn't matter. Like, we're just here. We're here to do the work. We're here
Absolutely.
to be what we came here to be, whether that means just anchoring our own light and holding space for everyone, or getting in the trenches or on the front lines of things. I don't know. I mean, it's just surrendering yourself to that process and being ready for whatever you're guided to do,
Yes.
right?
And that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Not just being, it's not just one thing. It's all things connected, right? Because there are those of us who are in the trenches. There are those of us who are isolated. There are those of us who are on a daily basis, we're faced with things that we don't like, we're unprepared for. But at the same time, if we can all come together in these times like this, like on a platform like this, where we can share our experiences and come together and love each other and support each other, and continue to build that tower of light that you just spoke of, that was beautiful. Like, that's absolutely what we're doing. We are anchoring the light so that others can see it and come to the light. Like, it's not about um, getting someone to convert to Christianity or convert to Buddhism or Muslim or Islam, or it's truly about coming together in light and unconditional love and just supporting each other and loving each other and just being there when we're needed. I mean, there's
Yep.
nothing more important in a time that is this than showing compassion for our fellow beings. And I'm not just talking about your neighbors or your friends or your loved ones. I'm talking about everything, like every being on this planet has a purpose and a mission, and it's going to be fulfilled regardless, like I for the longest time I had this fear of spiders. And I know that it was due to a movie that I watched as a kid, but it was also one of those things where even though it was scaring the crap out of me, I couldn't, like, I was glued to the TV, like I had to keep watching, right? And that now if I see a spider, I'm like, oh man, he's gonna keep the bugs down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to knock down some cobwebs, but I'd rather knock down some cobwebs and know that he's doing his part, right? Like, I'm allowing him to be. And you know, 6 months ago, I'd have killed that sucker. That's just where I am now. Like, I don't feel the need to really have any fear or anger towards anything right now, and it's a really nice place for me to be. I'm enjoying every bit of it in the midst of what seems to be complete chaos,
Yeah.
and it's a really nice thing.
Yeah, I've come to that place too where I see all life as being sacred. And when you can get to that place, you look at the world a little differently.
Yeah.
But looking at the world also, for me, the shape that the world's in, watching people panic, watching people hoard and be greedy, also is a reminder of how much work is left to be done. Like there's a lot. There's not this overall sense of unity and community going on. Yes, there is more of that coming out, but right now I'm being told and shown like there's a lot of work to be done. We're not there yet. Like we have a long way to go in this ascension process. So just knowing that we've started that process, like I feel already that the world is going to be a better place for my children and grandchildren.
Yeah.
And then, you know, beyond that, it's just only going to get better because that process has definitely started, you know. And I know a lot of people want to just throw in the towel. A lot of times it's exhausting and it sometimes feels defeating because we still have things we go through. We still have shadow work. You know, we still have obstacles to overcome. But you have to remember where you came from and that we didn't come this far to give up. Like we've all had a long, tough road and we did not come this far to say, I'm done or to just throw in the towel. Like the best is yet to come. I mean, we're seeing things unfold before our eyes that we never even imagined possible. So we have to finish this process. I mean,
Yes.
it's exciting.
Yeah, we all have a role to serve in this, and I believe that those of us that have been awakened longer are definitely there to support the ones that are just coming. When I say online, I mean into the awakening, um, because there's a lot of truth being exposed right now. There's a lot of fear being pushed in the social media, in the media itself. If you go if you go on even on Netflix or YouTube right now, the recommendations are for movies are like, here, watch this. This will scare the crap out of you. Like the things that are trending right now. It's just like, with all the fear that's already out there, why would you want to feed right into it? So
Right.
for me, it's like the exact opposite. Like I'm not gonna. I choose to not play the game. I'm gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna continue to have a platform where we can come together as anchors of the light and share the unconditional love that we have for all beings. And
Well, and here's something to consider. While all these people are quarantined in their homes, there will be more people getting on YouTube, you know, and
absolutely,
what are the chances that they might stumble across one of these videos and it might trigger something, it might water a seed that may have been planted already for them. So making these videos right now, releasing this open invitation for those who are questioning things to come on this platform or any other light community platform and be able to talk about it, ask those questions, you know, just listen, be an observer. But now is the time that I think a lot of those people are going to start tuning in because they're bored. I mean, they're quarantined. Hopefully they're not bored, but I think a lot of the unawakened people, you know, they already watch a lot of TV. So when their playlist runs out, they're going to go searching for something new. So, you know, that's where holding this light can also draw them in. Like we can hold that space for them and draw them into this community and hope that, you know, it will be like a triggered effect and
yes,
they'll,
absolutely.
you
Planting and watering seeds.
know.
Planting and watering seeds. It is a time to sow. I think I've said that every episode so far, that it is definitely a time to sow and water those seeds. And sometimes like with potatoes, sometimes they need some more dirt on top. So you got to kind of cover them back up a little bit and just give them time to kind of, everybody's going to come into this in their own time. And I'm not trying to push anybody into anything. That's not why I'm here. I'm simply
No,
here
but
to,
putting this video out there and bringing other faces on they may resonate with a certain person. You know, not everybody resonates with everybody, but there may be somebody that resonates with them, and you know, they can private message them. I've even thought about making my Facebook page public, you know, maybe for this quarantine, just so that there's more information available to people that are just, you know, I believe the universe has a big effect on how things just mysteriously pop up,
Yep.
you know, in people's feeds. I think that there's a higher force that's working for us and with us in that aspect, because a lot of my awakening was, I mean, at the perfect timing, I would question something, I wouldn't even speak it. So unless my computer was reading my mind, you know, and then boom, there's a video that's going to discuss that and talk about it and open up that doorway for me to step in and start looking at the truth and seeing what resonates and what doesn't, you know. So I just think it's going to be a time, this quarantine can, there's so many great things that can come from it that you know, are going to prompt a lot of people to their awakening. So even if it's just going on walks and getting out in nature more, they're going to be in touch with, you know, their grounding, and they're going to realize that, you know, they don't do that often enough.
Absolutely. And that leads me to something that I so previously when I had tried to start, we were having a little technical difficulty, but I had brought up the point of how the earth is, you know, when we give her a chance, she's ready to be cleansed, you know. I mean, just some of the things that have popped up in the on social media lately, where the canals in Venice are clear and they can see fish in the canals and the swans are back. I mean, just think of all the pollution that's not being put out there right now, simply because people aren't being made to go to work. You know, they're taking time at home, and you know, I mean, yes, there are still the necessary people doing the necessary jobs, but at the same time, the cutback on pollution that's going out right now is phenomenal. And just the birds singing this morning, just like waking up to that and knowing how happy everything sounded outside. It's like the earth truly is rejoicing right now, for this global hiatus that we're in. You know, it's a cleansing process, and we're all going through it. We're all being transformed in one way or another. It's a privilege to have a platform like this where we can come together and share this light and unconditional love with everyone. For me, it means being able to, you know, stand in my truths and face my fears of putting myself out there. And that's, it's you know, it's exciting. It's exciting and wonderful, and it's, you know, um, it's quite amazing because, you know, I know that doors are opening up where I never imagined doors to even be, let alone be open for me to walk through. So these 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 little synchronicities, you know, if you look at the clock and you see triple digit numbers like 111 or 222, 333, Google that. Google will tell you what those numbers mean, and if it doesn't resonate, look at the next one down. You know, I mean, there's a reason why we have these little synchronicities, and I think more and more, the more people that start to recognize that everything happens for a reason, that there's no coincidence. We're all being led to the same place at the same time for the same thing, and that's a true understanding that we have an opportunity right now to not change the earth, but change the world for the better, for our children, our grandchildren, our grandchildren's grandchildren. And that's what the oracle deck keeps showing me is, yeah, the transformation is upon us. It is like, it's here, it's happening, it's now. And we have an opportunity to show many others that there is a better way. You know, if we can lay down those things that we do that that aren't necessarily good for us or good for someone else, you know, it's really time to kind of reflect and see the impacts that we have on people's lives. You know, any word spoken in anger can trigger someone. And it's been a real focus of mine, especially this last week since Monday, to just speak everything in love. Like I don't want any kind of negativity coming out of me. If it does, I want it to be on my terms, on purpose, for myself, when I'm in a safe place and I'm not around people, because that's when I can release it and transmute it back into the light. And for me, that's super important, because we all have a tendency to take our stress and anxiety and anger and any bit of rage that we might have within us. We have a tendency to take that out on others when it has absolutely nothing to do with anyone but ourselves, especially me. Um, I know that my anger is because for most of my life, I didn't really treat myself very well. I wasn't taught how to treat myself well. I wasn't taught how to talk to myself like I care about myself. And, typo no ono, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say that to yourself in the mirror for 5 minutes. And I mean, you will be surprised what a difference it really does for you personally. I know for me, um, I don't do it every day anymore, but when I first started doing it, like I was doing it every time I went into the bathroom, I would stop and I would repeat that as many times as it took for me to feel something. And that was super important for me. Like that really allowed me to kind of be able to get to a point where I was comfortable doing this. Because I've known for a while now that I'm supposed to be doing some kind of um, transmission or creating content that is uplifting and having a platform where we can all come together as a cohesive unit and share the love and the light that we all have. Um, I think Tracy, right now would be an excellent time if you've got your bowls in front of you. If you could play a couple of tones there, that would, I think right now is an excellent time for that to happen. I just feel led to ask you to do
I
that.
get my dog to cooperate.
He wants in. He wants in on the love.
Like being in my or my pyramid, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's just wanting to go outside for his walk before the sun goes down.
Oh, that could be.
Okay, buddy. This is the third eye bowl, third eye chakra.
My camera's too small.
Pretty high pitched.
Wow.
Now I'll do my heart chakra bowl. Sorry, buddy.
That's so neat, Tracy. I think this is a good opportunity to kind of let people know the reason why Tracy's playing these bowls isn't just because I asked her to. Tracy is under the same understanding that sound healing is real. These bowls are created at a certain frequency to allow us all the opportunity to heal ourselves from the inside out, especially when they help us to open up certain chakras. It allows us to um, be more susceptible to maintaining a better balance within ourselves, and that way we can truly anchor the light and love more fully. Tracy, do you have more information on sound bowls? I know that they're created at certain frequencies and that they help
Yeah, they
enhance the experiences.
like there's a musical note that represents each chakra, each of the 7 chakras. So The note that the bowl resonates at is specifically geared to heal or clear that chakra. And then there is I believe it's the C, which is my huge bowl. That is kind of like all of them. It's the Om. So it kind of works to clear everything. That was the first bowl that I ever got. It's like 24 inches wide. It's beautiful. I filled it with water and done it, and the water dances. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I would love to do a video with that sometime when I got to set up the space to do it. But so I have a few more yet to get until I have all 7. I think right now I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4, so I'm working on my collection. You gotta be quiet. He's like a 2-year-old. Once you tell him to be quiet, he just is not gonna be quiet.
He just wants to be a part of the show too.
Come here. Yeah. But yeah, it's beautiful, and incorporating the light language, it makes it even more amazing. So definitely want to do some more with that, even on the videos. I know Phil and I talked about it. I would love to get together and share the light language. And we've got the Tibetan bowls where mine are the quartz. So together we make a beautiful harmony too. So,
absolutely. And Phil has a Native American flute that he plays also. That he played earlier. That was just wow, that blew me away. Like that truly, I was very impressed with that. It was very amazing. It was really nice. All right, I'm gonna face some fears here, guys, and so I wrote a couple of songs last night, like I said earlier, and it was all came really fast. So the first song, the name of it is going to be probably Anchoring the Light. And the lyrics are, we are anchoring the light, we stand grounded in the now, knowing we are flow. We are standing here with might, we are anchoring the light. Here we stand with all our might. We are anchoring the light, we are anchoring the light, we are anchoring the light. Anchored in the now, living full of love. We are anchoring the light, we are anchoring the light, we are anchoring the light. So there's one more that came to me right after that one. And this, I believe, for me is a very personal song. So it is, it goes, we need our dragons. They are full of love for us. They truly adore us. We need our dragons. We call on you now. We ask for your freedom. I wrote it so fast I can't read what I wrote. We ask for it now. We need our dragons. We need our dragons. We need our dragons. We call on you now. We ask for freedom. We ask you to come down. We need our dragons. We need our dragons. We need our dragons. And these will be turned into songs. I have the tone in my head. I'm not gonna sing it right now. I'm just not comfortable sharing that. I probably should be more comfortable sharing that, but at this point I'm not. So I'm gonna work. That's something I need to work on personally. But I truly felt that they needed to be shared because we are truly anchoring the light, and we need our dragons now more than ever, especially the dragons that we spoke about earlier. But all the dragons from all of the universe, all the dragons that are not only already here, but all the dragons that are yet to come. We truly need all of our dragons. And I'm actually being led to draw another card from the Oracle deck. While Tracy's out walking the pooch, I'm going to, for the collective, I'm going to draw another card here from the deck. So let's just see what comes up. I'm trying to shuffle so you all can see that I don't draw them. They come out. The dragons will let us know what they want us to know. Let's just see what they have for us. That one almost jumped out, so I believe it. There it is. That's the one that wants to be out. That one wants to be red, right there. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely right on time. I don't need to shuffle any longer. So here is our dragon that has been shown to us. It is the black dragon. Beautiful black dragon. Surrounding a snow or surrounding a plant with love. Black dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. Oh, black dragon. Fifth-dimensional black dragons are powerful. They only come to us when we are ready to nurture a new idea or concept that will enable our divine potential to grow. Black is the ultimate divine feminine color, shade of mystery and magic, secrets and hidden hopes. When we are prepared to surrender to the black dragons, they will cocoon us in silky black energy. And as we rest within this safe, dark place, they will enable the new to develop within us. Eventually, we will emerge like a butterfly, having undergone a profound metamorphosis. Choosing this card suggests it is time to rest, for it is during such moments of relaxation that divine projects, creative ideas, or a new way of thinking are conceived. In times of peace and stillness, fresh seeds and ideas can grow. The mighty black dragons wish to create a dark cocoon for you now so that you can germinate and sprout. You are asked to accept their assistance, for it will serve your spiritual growth. Take time to meditate or reflect, and the dragons will surround you with their breath. This will allow the opportunity that is being presented to you to take root. When you are ready, the black dragons will help you to nurture the new growth. Ask them to help you hold your vision until it comes to glorious fruition. They will also be working with you in your sleep state. You may be aware of their presence, so acknowledge their help. Expect to be different and be ready to spread your wings. And I feel like not only for myself, that is truly on time for the collective, because it's in those, like I kind of said before, it's in those times of reflection and those times of meditation where, for me personally, I'm able to face the darkness and the shadow side of myself, and it allows me to release those things and let them go, so that I'm not bringing them out and projecting them on other people. And unfortunately, that's what we do as beings. We lack a certain ability of communication. Our telepathic abilities have been stripped from us. We've been fluorinated and chlorinated and indoctrinated to the point where we just don't allow those things to happen. And I know that my abilities are growing stronger on a daily basis because I take the time to not just meditate, but I reflect on those things. I write a blog, and not only that, but I sit and I reflect in myself upon what I've been shown and given. And I'm truly just trying to stand in the truth of who I am and allow those things to come to fruition right now for myself. So that being said, um, there's a lot of opportunity right now for us to kind of, take a lot more time for self. I mean, we as parents, we can wear our kids out. Even if you're a single parent, a single mom, single dad, there's things you can do. Get your kids outside, get them the fresh air, get them running around. It doesn't matter how much you do inside. As soon as they get out and get some fresh air, boy, I'll tell you what, I know for me personally, that's what helps to tire them out, getting that fresh air, letting them get out and get into nature and getting some fresh air. Those things are, it's amazing how much better you sleep at night when you get outside and get some fresh air and interact with nature and you notice the different things that are going on. I mean, even here, the trees are budding, the flowers are starting to come out, the birds are chirping, the robins are back, the bluebirds are back, all the birds are coming back, and it's an exciting time of growth. Planting seeds and being able to not just that, but new growth for myself. Going within and a little bit of meditation and practice. Take what I was showing you earlier with the deep breaths in through your nose and hold it as long as you can, and then purge that breath out through your mouth. Hold it until you feel like you have to breathe. That will truly get you to where you can, get in touch with your higher self and truly learn who you are and what your purpose is here. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what needs to be shared and said right now. Again, I'm the same person on Instagram and Facebook. My profile is Gary Michael Tuttle on both. If anyone would like to talk or needs to talk about anything, wants to chat about anything metaphysical or esoteric or magic or needs some help meditating or anything, whatever it is.
Run, Forrest.
It's awesome seeing people outside playing. That's what they should.
There's more kids and more dogs in this neighborhood than I've ever seen, and it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Everyone's getting out, enjoying the nice weather, and less stress. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just saying hi.
So sorry.
You're good. They're just saying hi.
We messed up his training. With your such instigator. Didn't see that one coming.
Hey, everything happens.
That's called security system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, he was ferocious. He's training him though. I've seen him out with him, working with him. But he is a machine.
Scared Woody, didn't he?
Yeah. Will
That's
chew
awesome.
your arm off in one bite.
Yikes.
But just back to the whole quarantine thing. I think it's beautiful. Like, I've only lived in my neighborhood for about 8 months, not even that. But I've seen more people, more strollers, more animals. I've heard more laughter, and it's beautiful. Like, I wish neighborhoods could be like this all the time. I feel like sometimes I'm the only one that's out walking my dog, but definitely not alone now. It's amazing. People are taking time to enjoy the simple things in life, and it's just amazing.
The simple things in life are the important things in life. Rushing off
Yeah.
to that job, being there on time, working
Yep.
overtime to impress the boss and things like that. That's really not the important things in life. What Tracy's doing outside walking her dog,
Yep.
interacting with the people in her neighborhood, those are the important things in life right there.
Yep.
It's like that's what life is truly all about.
Yep. Look at this beautiful mom and daughter. Hi.
Exactly.
Are you guys enjoying the quarantine? Yeah, less stress, right? That's right. There's good to be had in it.
Absolutely. See, and that's awesome that people are just like, I think everybody's kind of just taking, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people are taking the time to just enjoy the fact that they've got more time with family. They can spend more time with their dog and love on them and do those things, like
more rest, more energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
More time to take time to smell the roses. Take those evening strolls.
So I did have a card pop out of the fairy deck. I'm seeing if there's anything else, just because. Why not? So, oh, there's
Come on, buddy.
I really like that. Yes. So this leads right into everything that we've been talking about tonight. So the first card is the Nine of Spring. I'll let you guys see this. Right there. So the Nine of Spring. Protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. So let me read this, because this card came out last night and I didn't, and I should have. So it's provided me an opportunity to read it to you now. As your hard work pays off and you have more and more to show for your efforts, it becomes very important to look after the fruits of your labors. The energy out in the world can be intense. Every morning, as you start your day, ask God, the angels, and the fairies to protect you from negative people and energies. You're up to the task set before you. This is also a card that reflects environmentalists and those who love all the plants and animals of Mother Earth. Stand up for important causes such as protecting wildlife, the oceans, and our food sources. The beautiful fairy stands in defense of the newly bloomed daffodils in her garden. She is joined by her ladybug friends to show unity with nature and her cause. Additional meanings: attending to the protection of what you've created, preparing for challenges that lie ahead, having a strong immune system, keeping your resolve. And then there was one more card that popped out that is absolutely right on time. The Ten of Summer. I don't know if you can see this as well. It's not really coming across that well, but there's two fairies sitting in this boat together. The male is playing a what looks to be a guitar, and the boat is in the shape of a swan with butterfly wings. And then there's a two small children fairy on the backside end of the boat. I'm not sure why it's not coming across as well as I'd like it to, but maybe you can kind of see it better there. It's an absolutely beautiful card. So let me get right into the description. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Spending time with your family and loved ones is critical to a rich and happy life. The people you call family may be those you're related to, or they may be people whom you have chosen as your beloved community. Either way, offering love and support to those closest to you and accepting it in return is very important. Make space for them in your life. It's worth investing time and energy in your primary relationships. You can have the happy home life you're seeking, filled with peace and emotional fulfillment. The couple from the Two of Summer card have created a beautiful life for themselves and their children. The butterfly boat near the shores of Avalon means that their emotional currents will continue to evolve and thrive. Additional meanings of this card: a happy marriage, people you can trust, relationships that last, feeling emotionally content, raising children wisely. And that truly falls in line with everything that we've been saying tonight as far as the quarantine, with Tracy just being outside, interacting with people, families walking down the streets. The more time we get to spend with our children, the less indoctrination they're getting in schools and learning the false history and things like that. It's truly a great opportunity to instill some non-traditional beliefs in your children that stand to last a lifetime, instead of having to unprogram them from some of the things that are being taught and shown, and some of the things that are being literally stuffed down their throats at times, especially with social media and all the propaganda and things that are shoved down their throats with video games. Most of the programming and things that we watch on television all has subliminal messaging and wanting us to buy, purchase, purchase, purchase. And now is a great time to kind of step back and just look at everything that you have. If you go to the store and you're wrestling that guy for that 20-pack roll of toilet paper, instead of wrestling with him about it, why don't you just give him 10 and you take 10, and then, both people are happy. Share the love, share the joy that you have, share the abundance that you have in your lives. There's a lot of good things happening out there that aren't being talked about. The media wants us to be scared, wants us to be, in under their control, and there is a higher agenda going on, but it's nothing that we need to be afraid of, because, if you think about it, you can turn your TV off. You can not look at Facebook. You can read a book. You can get outside. There's so many other things that we can be doing right now than being sucked into the whole social media aspect and the programming aspect of the higher agendas. And I think that, something that Tracy and I brought up earlier is the fact that, you can't let what's happening lead you into fear. We all have to look at this in a greater light. Our government is trying to protect us from the higher agenda. And it may not seem like it because, things are looking kind of grim and dark, and, there's the quarantine and there's all these lockdowns. You can't go into restaurants, you can't go into bars. There's no athletic games happening. Seems like there's nothing to do. But there's so much more to life than going to a bar. How many of those people at the bar reach out to you on a daily basis unless you're at the bar? Think about that for a second. Especially, social media. If you go off social media for a week, how many of those people on Facebook that are your friends reach out to you and ask you, hey, are you okay? Is there something I can do for you? Or, are you sick? What happened? Where did you go? The people that miss you are your children, your parents, your cousins, your brother and your sister and your nieces and your nephews. And, reach out to those people, make true connections. Social media is good for certain things, yes, but, platforms like this that are created so that we can come together in love and light, that's the true meaning of what we're supposed to be doing. When we're in these isolated situations, right, where we're kind of confined, we're not supposed to be out and about doing these certain things. These platforms like Zoom allow us to come together and share the love and anchor in more light. Again, a reference to what Tracy said earlier, that tower, that's important. That's super huge, anchoring the light, and we create this giant tower, this beacon, and it's there, it's constant, it's continuous, and it doesn't go anywhere. We're all constantly connected. I'm going to say this again. Think about it as a river flowing into the ocean. The river that's in the water isn't whole and complete until it actually gets into the ocean. Once it's in the ocean and it mixes with all the other water, that's when it becomes whole and complete. And that's what's happening right now. We're all being mixed into the ocean, but we're not just being mixed in. We've all been mixed in. It's just we're coming to the realization that, hey, I'm not in this river. I'm actually in this ocean, and I'm connected to everyone and everything. And it's a beautiful thing to be connected and to stay connected. And it's, when we can ground and we can be out in nature and enjoy those little things, that's what keeps us connected. That's what keeps us whole. That's what keeps us, for me, standing in truth. And I really enjoy the opportunity to do these shows. And so, Tracy, did you have anything you'd like to add?
I just had one thought where somebody said this to me once, and it really helped me to really think about my true purpose. And the question was, if money wasn't an object, if we didn't have to go to work, pay our bills, if all that stuff was already cared for, what would you do with your energy and your time? How would you devote that time to helping humanity or helping the planet evolve? So I think everybody should ask themselves that question, just so that when that opportunity presents itself, you have a sense of direction as to what you want to do, or you can start using that idea in your imagination and you can start to manifest that. So, you know, this quarantine is a perfect time for everybody to kind of do that self-reflection and go within, and we're being given this beautiful sabbatical. And so if you can try to remove any stress about, you know, are you going to get paid next week? All of that stuff, and just kind of take it for what it is, and use this time to go within, ask yourself those questions, like, and just discover things about yourself and prepare for that time, because I believe it is coming and we're all going to be shifting into this new reality where those opportunities may be closer than we think.
Yes.
So if you've been wanting to connect with somebody or join a specific group of people, you know, for me, I don't do the bars. I don't go to a lot of social events, concerts, and stuff like that. So this isn't really a change of life for me. I'm just seeing other people being able to enjoy the simple things in life, because
Yes.
I've been an introvert for probably a good 5 years now. So it's exciting for me to see other people having to come into this place of just tranquility and reflection and having extra time to catch up on your sleep and take those walks. And so I'm taking this opportunity myself to reach out to people when I see them walking down the street for the first time. You know, introduce myself, get to know your neighbors, you know, reach out on these platforms, check out who else is on YouTube and people on your Facebook that you've never interacted with. Maybe now's the time to send them a message and, you know, just get to know people, you know, do that reaching out and connect in other ways that we aren't able to right now. But I believe that the word social distancing is something that we should rebel against because there's so many ways you can socially connect. I'm going to socially connect with people right now. I'm not distancing myself whatsoever. I'm an indigo, so I'm going to go against the grain and I'm going to work on connecting even more.
Yes.
Like I brought all of my coworkers together on a call this week. And I was like, there's no agenda. We're just going to connect on the phone and let's share what's going on and share how we're dealing with all of this. And then that manifested into our boss having a call with us today. And it was beautiful. I mean, most of our conversation was about the fact that we're in this together. You know, nobody is going to be left behind. Nobody is going to be forgotten about. And this is more than just a job. This is relationships, you know, and it was so beautiful. And so I just think that we as light workers and we as people in the awakened community, we have to set that example, and we have to be that calming effect for those who are panicking, who don't understand what's going on, who aren't aware of the transition that's happening globally. So it's important for us to keep ourselves aligned and centered and strong and rested and clear so that we can hold that space and be that light. Because even in a simple interaction while you're walking your dog, you can shift somebody's world with them, you know, and we can facilitate so many beautiful things in this time. So I encourage people to get out into the parks and the walking trails and just, you know, see the needs of the people around you. You know, I'm going to invite my neighbors. If I'm, you know, I used to be a hairstylist. I still can do all that. So I'm going to invite people, you know, if they need haircuts, you know, I'll come to their house or they can come to my house. We can do it outside, you know, on a beautiful day.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to shy away from trying to connect with people.
I don't really feel like there's any reason for that. I really don't. You know, that's what we're here to do is not just be anchors of light, but create those relationships and those connections so that everyone gets a chance to feel the connection and the love. and
Right.
and planting those like we were saying before, it's planting those seeds, it's being there for people when they need us, providing, facilitating. Like you said, you use the word facilitation. That's what this is. I'm a facilitator. I'm just providing a platform. Like this isn't solely about me. I mean, yes, it does my soul good to do this, but at the same time, I'm doing this out of complete love for all beings in the universe. Like, this is an opportunity for many people to come together and get something. And it doesn't matter what it is that you take away from this. If you take nothing away from this, just the fact that you came together, with us and got a chance to experience this, that's good enough for me. Like, that's truly all I want. Like, I'll say it again, I'm not selling anything. Just like and subscribe. All I really am trying to do is get the subscribership up so that I can go live on my phone, and do these things live. Um, I'm actually about to wrap this up. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground tonight. I don't want to overwhelm anyone. But I would like to end, on a really positive note. So if we could, let's all just take a second and, take a deep breath in through our nose, and breathe in that pure white light, that pure positive white light, and just be connected. And we'll just breathe in through our nose. Hold it. Exhale through our mouth, purging all the air from our body. Again, breathe in through your nose. That pure positive white light completely fill every cell of your body. Once you get full, just imagine that pure positive white light just filling every cell. As we exhale, we purge all negativity from our cells. Again, inhale. Exhale. What a nice positive flow that creates. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here. I would like to, we have an after chat after I end the recording. We have an after chat, so anybody that doesn't know this, I do a show, and then after the show, we just kind of hang out and chat about what's going on in our lives and just continue to enrich each other and lift each other up and just show that unconditional love and support for each other. So I truly, Tracy, thank you again for all the love and support. Like, you have no idea what you being here means to me. Like, it makes it so much easier for me to do, and provide this platform and do this and speak like this. So thank you so much. And that's our show, guys. Play the YouTube game, subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.